Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back on Criminal Case on Facebook. Mysteries of the Past, Case 9 of Elysium Fields, Sweet Revenge. Chocolate is still flowing for the guests of Mr. Lass's party, but we are untaking them with a plot as thick as molasses. Jack Goodwin was murdered by one of the guests at the festivities. The killer used a machine to force feed him with chocolate until he choked, dumping his body in the chocolate river. Could Mr. Goodwin's lies and deceit have led to his ghastly end? I'm starting to... Botheration, what is all that commotion? Everyone take cover, there's been a chocolate explosion! Heavens, Mr. Rochester, I was under the impression your new machinery was foolproof. It is, someone must have tampered with it, what a catastrophe. Everyone, outside, now! Ace, I can't believe it rained chocolate all over my fine coat. To think that someone sabotaged the machinery. Hey, Senior Trooper Ace, this is the best party ever. Chocolate is falling from the heavens as a rainstorm from the cocoa gods. Chief Inspector Halston, are you well? I'm having the time of my life. I think I'll get another. Chief Inspector Halston, I'm astonished to see you in this condition. Before you go anywhere, Senior Trooper Ace will need to have a word with you. Senior Race, between the mint juleps and chocolate, I can't remember the last time I felt this free. The sugar and alcohol certainly have taken their hold on you. It is most untimely, since there appears to be a saboteur in the factory that caused the explosion, and as technologically security is in your purvey. Can I tell you a secret, Senior Trooper Ace? It wasn't a saboteur. It was me. There was a big lever, and I wanted to see what it did, so I pulled it. I pulled a little too hard with my left hand, and oops, chocolate everywhere. Chief Inspector Halstead, there's clearly no point in continuing our discussion with you in this state. Ace, you're right, we must do now search the entrance again. Everyone at the party was out here just now, we might find clues. Oh, Inspector Halstead. Cupcake. Oh, wallet. There it is. A bouquet. And where's the moustache? Picture. Excellent eye, Ace. That wallet has initials JG on it, so it must belong to our victim. Let us search through it. I've seen you found more candy, this time in the form of a flower bouquet. There's a note reading, "Forgive me," signed by our victim. Perchance that powder on the bouquet can lead us to the recipient of Mr. Goodwin's apologies. Let's take a sample of it. And Ace, we can't be certain of the motive behind Mr. Goodwin's murder, but one of these clues might help us figure it out. I'm sure you know those flowers are for Veruca. It's because he is actually wanting to be with the black-haired girl. Forget her name. Ace, it appears that the victim was carrying a newspaper clipping in his wallet. A casting notice put out by the Rochester Chocolates is looking for someone to represent their company. But why would the victim take notice of the advertisement or write 322 on it? Perchance Miss Holloway could aid us with this inquiry. Let us get the advertisement to her post-haste. Ace, let's put the powder you sampled from those candy flowers under the microscope. Perhaps it can tell us who received this apology gesture from the victim. Remember, it's called Sweet Revenge. So, like in the last one, if I had thought about it, we could have easily have deduced that it was who the murderer was. Capital find is the powder you found on the bouquet was pollen. Strange, considering these flowers are made of candy. It says in our records that this particular type of pollen is from a Rosa section Ceremoniae, a species often yielding violet-colored flowers. Excellent point. We have a suspect who is wearing such a rose, which means Miss Blue was the intended recipient of this bouquet. Ace, we gotta ask Miss Blue what warranted this apology. Maybe he dated her first? If he dated her first, I could totally see her doing the dirty. Miss Blue, we found the bouquet of candy flowers and an apology note from Mr. Goodwin. Did you two have an argument? Jack and I suppose you could call it that. Drunk all day, partying all night, Jack was wrecking my reputation. One time, I took him to the races and got so drunk he injured my horse and we couldn't compete. Archie's horse won instead. Oh, so you ended your friendship with Mr. Goodwin. Well, honestly, Jack was a disaster waiting to happen, but he wouldn't take the hint to either shape up or find new friends. He thought he was the bee's knees, but he forgot who's the queen bee around here. Well, I certainly hope you didn't try to establish your reign by murdering Mr. Goodwin, Miss Blue, or your prison will be your new hive. Yeah. Yep, she's top of my list. So anyway, since this is only 6 hours, I don't mind speeding it up. Miss Holloway, do you have information on the newspaper clipping we found in the victim's wallet? Miss Holloway? Sorry, Ace, I snuck out of the party and bought myself some chocolates. I couldn't resist. Evidently. Well, now that you've finished, could you please tell us about the number from the victim's newspaper clipping? Well, I made some inquiries of the casting agents. I found out that 322 is an audition number. Apparently, Mr. Goodwin had reserved an audition time for Miss Coldwell. However, she never showed up. Curious, so our victim appears to have done a good deed for once, but why did Miss Coldwell ignore the gesture? Let's have a word with her. Interesting. The plot thickens. Miss Coldwell, we've discovered that you did not appear at a casting which Mr. Goodwin had arranged for you. You don't seem like a person who passed up an opportunity for fame. Well, Jackie knew how much I wanted that job. When he said he'd get it for me, I didn't think he'd expect me to audition for it. I don't do auditions. Besides, it wouldn't have helped. I spent hours playing stupid polo with Rockley, and he still never noticed me. Suture Brace, I deserve to be the face of Rochester Chocolates. Not only did I overcome the stigma of being left-handed, but I'm also the prettiest girl in town. And I suppose you blame Mr. Goodwin for your failure to secure the opportunity. Jackie promised he'd get it for me. He was supposed to be my ticket to fame, but he turned out to be a liar. Suture Brace, I want to be Mr. Rochester Chocolates. I want it now. So, surprise, surprise, it's the girls that have all the clues. Suture Brace, you've done a splendid job keeping your wits about you as we've navigated this fantastical case. Between the confounded confections and crazy contraptions, it's been a most extraordinary murder investigation. But a murder investigation nonetheless, and as we know the victim was actually killed in the production room, let's search it again, Ace. What are the last two clues? Alright, well, this has got to be a clue down here. Well, that diamond ticket was our victim's, Ace, and it's spotted with pink chocolate. You're right, it's the same chocolate the victim was choked with. This means the killer touched this ticket. Perchance a sample of the glass powder on the ticket can lead us to his murderer. And are those licorice strings? They appear to be tied in the manner of restraints. Richard did mention finding sugar on the victim's wrist. Could these strings be what the killer used to hold the victim down? Ace, in that case, we must take a sample of those green fibers. They could prove the decisive clue. I think I got a little high with his voice. It should be a little bit lower. Oh, that's an interesting color. Excellent, Ace. Let's send the fibers from the victim's restraints to Viola at once. Nice. Let us make haste, Ace, and relay that sample you collect from Mr. Goodwin's ticket to Viola. It could lead us to our killer. Alright guys, so I'm going to wait some time. I'm going to grab some stars. I'll be right back. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright folks, let's arrest this murderer. Oh, you're never late if you watch it. Viola, although time is of the essence, I did want to take a moment to give you this. Oh, Isaac, you brought me some chocolate after all. You are a good man. And as for something else that is sweet, the fibers you found on the victim's restraints were covered in sugar from a mint julep. We're confirming the fibers were left there by the killer, but what were they? Well, as a matter of fact, once I cleaned them, I realized your fibers were actually hair. Black hair, to be exact. So we can be certain this is your killer's hair color. Ace, we shall find our dark-haired assassin and put them behind bars where they belong. So this is either the dark-haired girl or the Willy Wonka. Ace, this has certainly been one sacrificious. Well, yes, unfortunately it has. However, we'd like to know what was that powdery glass on the victim's ticket. We know it must have come from the killer. Well, the powder was glass from shattered beads. Such details are usually used for adorning fashionable attire and accessories. Knowing the crushed beads were mixed in with the pink chocolate that was force-fed to your victim, I'd say your killer must be wearing some. Well, Ace, this is a vital clue. No amount of adornment will help the killer evade us now. Oh, psh. So my initial guess was right. Ace, the evidence to imprison Jack Goodwin's killer has been gathered. Let us bring this affair to a just end. It's his ex-friend. Yep. It's you. Violetta. Dang, I thought she was cute too. Never know. Violetta Blue, you are under arrest for the murder of Jack Goodwin, a rather extreme action for someone you once considered a friend. Oh, Senior Trooper Ace, you can't be serious. Murder is so unbecoming of a lady. Well, nonetheless, we found your gloves covered in chocolate with traces of Jack's blood. I wager you wore them when you stuffed Mr. Goodwin to death. Yeah, bet all you like. Everyone around here gambles on something. I bet on Jack being a good sport. I lost. Doesn't mean I killed him. Perhaps not, but the pressure mark made by your left hand on Mr. Goodwin's body certainly implicates you in the murder. Wait, Senior Trooper Ace, you know my family is very wealthy and influential. They wouldn't appreciate your accusations against me. Yeah, but even you can't dismiss your hair on the restraint you used on Jack as idle, Miss Blue. Oh, well, you've played your cards well, Senior Trooper Ace. I admit it, I killed Jack. It's what he deserved for not respecting the lay of the land. So you killed him because Mr. Goodwin lied his way into your world? Of course not. I had no idea Jack was a fake until you told me. So why did you kill him? Because Jack stole the love of my life. Verushka was mine. Verushka Coldwell? I thought you were friends. I didn't know you were involved in an amorous relationship. Well, I wasn't. At least not yet. I've been working on her little by little. Jack knew I had feelings for her, and yet he still went and took Verushka from me. No one takes my things. Your things? You're speaking about a person. Well, you leave me no choice. Violetta Blue, you're under arrest for the murder of Jack Goodwin. Miss Blue, you're charged with the murder of Jack Goodwin. How do you plead? Your Honor, is this really necessary? Jack didn't deserve my friendship or Verushka's love. He got what was coming to him. Did he? I doubt the victim deserved to be choked on chocolate with the use of a bizarre machine. How did you even know how to operate that thing? Well, that was easy. I just paid attention during the factory tour we got at the start of the party. Information kills. Well, young lady, you clearly feel no remorse for your crime, and your sense of entitlement is loathsome. If you were the future of this fine city, I cringe for what's to come. And I shall make an example of you for all your friends to see. I hereby sentence you to 15 years in prison without parole. Oh, tell Verushka I love her. Tell her to wait for me. Yeah, if you'd gotten her the audition with your money, oh, she would have loved you. Fine work capturing Mr. Goodwin's killer, Ace. Miss Blue claims to have been moved by jealousy and passion, but at the end of the day, it was her sense of privilege that sent her on the path to murder. Comforted by the fact that we've completed this investigation and are no longer needed at that party, all that sugar and youthful energy were rather unpalatable. However, between you and me, I did make certain to secure as a sample of Rochester's pinkletation sensation. Curiosity got the better of me. Enjoy, Ace. Let us delight in the stolen moment as more work surely awaits. Yes, yes, yes. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the additional investigations of Pitching Against 88. Over and out.